Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'll be doing a Valentine's card today, and it will be a one-layer card, very simple and quick to make. I have here my white card base, and I also have here two pieces of regular copy paper, and I'm gonna be using this to punch a heart, just because I don't have a heart die that is so big. So I'm just gonna punch through both layers, and then I'm just gonna position the heart where I would want it to be onto my card. And I'm gonna place my paper right on top, so I can now remove the heart punch, and I will tape this in place. I'll be blending some dye inks, and these are all from Simon Says. So I have Twirling Tutu, Teeny Bikini, and Hot Lips, and I'm gonna start with my lightest one. And usually dye inks do not blend like the distress inks, if you're familiar with those, but if you work them enough, you can get a nice blend. Just before adding the color straight onto your paper, dab it off onto another piece of paper so you can get the excess off, and then you can start blending. You can see a lot of great videos on how to blend with dye inks. It's over at Laura Basson's YouTube channel. She's a master of blending dye inks, and I would be trying to make like an ombre effect. And as I said, this is the lightest color. Now I'm going to add a bit of this Teeny Bikini. And I'm gonna go back to the lightest one so I can blend them much better. And I'm gonna go and add the darkest color, and this is the Hot Lips. And once these inks dry, they will look much more even. The blending actually would look much more even. Okay, so I'm not sure if you see all three colors in there, but I kept going back and forth. And also cleaning my sponge here in between. Okay, so I'm gonna remove now all the paper here. And now I'm gonna cover my heart with the leftover punched heart. Just gonna put a bit of washi on the back and kind of fold it. And I will put both layers because I'll be doing some stamping over the heart, and this copy paper is really thin, and I don't want that ink to go through and leave marks onto my heart there. Okay, the stamp set that I'm using is this called Pandamonium from Mama Elephant. This is such a cute stamp set with all these panda bears here, and I'll be stamping this cute one. And I will use some black ink, and this is the VersaFine Onyx Black. And I'm gonna have him like coming from behind the heart like a peekaboo game. And I'm gonna do one more. So I can now remove my heart. And as you can see here, I didn't get a good stamping because of the dimension from the paper I had on top. So I'll just go in with a black marker and fill in those areas and get closer to the heart as possible. So I've heat set the inks with my heat gun, and I got a bit of warping onto my card. I also searched for a Valentine stamp, and I couldn't find anything that would fit inside my heart there. So what I did find is this stamp by Kelly Perky, and it says "Be My Valentine." So I'm gonna open my card. I'll be embossing this in white, so I'm putting a bit of anti-static powder. Just to be sure. And I'm gonna really cross my fingers to position this stamp right. Okay, so here we go. If you have a stamp positioning tool, it would help a lot. I don't have. Hopefully I will go straight. Okay, crossing fingers. And it is a bit higher than I wanted, but hey, at least it looks straight. So I'm putting down a bit of this Ranger super fine white powder. And I'm gonna heat set it. I'm gonna adhere some clear sequins. As you can see, I've already placed them onto my card. And I'm gonna use my multi-medium mat. So I just let it sit for a while, and you can see here the shimmer that it adds. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll be adding some pink cheeks to my panda bears very lightly with a pencil. I'm gonna be stamping one more thing, and I will go with this sentiment here that says this card is a paper hug. This is from the paper hug stamp set by Simon Says, and I'll stamp it in black. Right on this corner here. Okay, and that finishes the card for today. As I said, I wanted this to be a one-layer card. I think I'm going to be using again this technique with masking to add like some swirls or flourishes or flowers behind an image. I'll just have to pick some stamps that work well with each other. You can even transform this into a shaker. I think it will look pretty awesome with some creatures peeking from behind the shaker. I hope I gave you some inspiration. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.